and he's not who he says he is. Like, y'all run around like, Myron's the ultimate alpha male. No, he's not, bro. Shut the hell up, man. You're dumb as hell, and you're probably a kid. What's going on, y'all? Grind and Motivate back in this thing again, man, with another video. And today I wanted to talk about one of the more recent Fresh and Fit podcasts, man. Before we get into it, of course, like, comment, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. I love to hear what everybody has to say down in the comments below about this particular subject. And this is about the Kodak Black Fresh and Fit podcast, man. And when I saw it in my mentions, I was like, yeah, I know this is going to be interesting. It's going to be a clash of different kind of personalities. So, man, I had to click on it and I had to see what was going on, man. And it wasn't anything super duper exciting, but it was just some telling things throughout the podcast. And I was like, well, what the hell, man, what? And I don't know if you noticed them too, but let's talk about it. So basically, man, the first thing I will point out, man, is they've been having a bunch of guests on there that, you know, that essentially don't really have much to do with what they've got going on. Guests that I feel like can't really relate because they're doing the clout chase thing because they've been hurting since the whole Abba Preach thing, and now they're trying to climb back up. So they're clout chasing. They're bringing in guys like Mike Blackson. They bringing in that little dude Skippy. I mean, Skippy, he's essentially the kind of guy who I think they target that watches Fresh and Fit. And then, you know, they had Kodak Black, and this is a clash of personalities right here, man. I don't think that Myron was the person that got Kodak Black on. He probably okayed it, but I think that Fresh is the guy who has more personality and is able to network and make these people feel comfortable when they come in. Because Myron, he seems like a very uppity Negro that's like, who are you? Like, you know, that's what he gives me. And obviously from what he's been saying over the year of this podcast or whatever, from like the different clips and stuff you've seen, he feels that way. He feels like white guys have the most problems in the U.S. So, you know, he looks at black people as victim mentality kind of guys and everything like that. And he's one of them kind of people that thinks racism doesn't exist. And I look at people like that, like, you're basically on the same level as like a flat earther to me. Like, where the hell do you live at, bro? Like, if you live in the U.S. or one of them other countries that's you know, white and black, like how are you not saying that kind of shit, bro? Like, where are you living at? You're a flat earther. You're a dumbass. But yeah, man, it was definitely a super clout chasing move, and I think that either they paid Kodak that $10K that they be talking about, that they charge everybody that they feel like is sorry to get on the show. Or that guy DJ Academics phoned in a favor from Kodak and was like, hey, man, can you come on the Fresh and Fit podcast, man? They've been losing numbers, man. They've been losing numbers. Come on in and help us out. And it might have been that. Because it was like, Kodak Black, you could tell Kodak Black thought they were lame. And he wasn't even trying to hide it. Like, the way he was acting was like, bro, like, y'all are lame, man. And it probably was because Kodak can't really relate to the types of topics that they talk about. The whole 80% of men not having sex and all this kind of stuff, where Myron seems to make guys into victims and everything like that. And if you watch Fresh and Fit as a regular guy, man, if you're not one of the target audience of insecure guys or inexperienced guys, then you probably can't fully relate to. But I mean, you know, you had just enough issues in your life where with women where to the point where you're like, you could be like, yeah, this is entertaining or something like that. And I can't really relate to everything like that, but I feel that way because I mean, I've had my times in my life where, you know, I feel like I wasn't able to get the girls that I want because, you know, my situation, my status wasn't where I needed to be. Like, I didn't have my stuff in order, so I didn't need to be dating. And I had times where like a girl epically finessed me, or I had like 2 different occasions where I'll admit I was a beta male simp, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, I'm gonna tell the story down the road, just a matter of time. But yeah, man, it's just hard to relate to those things as a regular dude. Like, Myron makes it seem like all these guys out here in the world are just super duper nerds and everything like that, and it's not the case. And I feel like Kodak Black was probably looking at like, what the hell? Unless he knew about the whole go back to Haiti thing, and you know, he's Haitian and whatnot, but I don't think he's on that type of deal. But yeah, man, Kodak Black was a terrible guest in my opinion, man. He was like barely coherent the whole time. You know how rappers do when they get on interviews and stuff like that. They start to kind of like act slow and be like, yeah.
And Kodak, what do you look for in a girl? 2 things.
Yeah. Myron was over there in the cut mad. You could tell he was over there probably in his head like, ha, 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 ha.
I like I like a girl who like who love giving head.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They're too cool for school. That shit is annoying to me, man. He was playing with like this little fake, like this little Rattata ferret rat thing, whatever it was. Like he kept on like playing with that and shit. And then the worst thing that he was doing was he was like in there smoking in Myron's house, and he was ashing the blunt on Myron's table.
Anything you want to ask them? Why girls do what they do?
Y'all.
So I understand it with Fresher birthday and all that. You trying to not make no waves happen, but bro, like that shit was hella inaccurate, as you can see right here, bro. And then Myron's up here allowing clout for it, man. It's like, yeah, he always talk about how women allow clout and they allow all this clout privilege to get you right, but he out here like, giving Kodak clout privilege, bro. He should have been told him like, bro, just please don't smoke.
I mean, he on yacht with all the chicks. This guy lit out here chains.
And people gonna probably be like, nah, he was putting it in the cup, he was putting it in the cup. Nah, bro, he was ashing. So they had red cups there that's really wide, and it's a big target, and then then Kodak Black had one of them nasty ass coconut juices right there. Coconut juice is nasty as fuck. Don't try to goddamn tell me otherwise. But anyway, man, he had one, and it had the little small top, because if you've ever drunk it before, it has a very small top, a spout that you can pour out of, and he was trying to ash it into that. So you know he wasn't being accurate, because it's not his house, not his table. So he probably was spilling ashes all over the table and shit, and that was disrespectful right there. And then it just was a bad time, man. I mean, this show right here, man, Myron went full passive aggressive elite beta male, man, because he let him do that kind of stuff, and he took like 10 minutes. The whole time Myron was over there like looking at Kodak, like he was mad the whole time that Kodak was in there like. And then he finally handed him a red cup after 10 minutes of Kodak ashing his blunt all over the table and shit. Like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, that was definitely passive-aggressive, elite beta male stuff right there, man. You got Kodak Black in there. You're allowing him to smoke in your house. You don't smoke. I don't know about you, but me personally, I don't smoke. And if somebody wants to come to my house and smoke, it just won't work. I'm sorry. It won't work. You know that they have their phone policy. They have all the girls have gotten their phone took up. DJ Academics even had his phone took up. Kodak Black is on his phone like this.
A guy that I'm talking to already.
So this chick was dumb as a box of rocks. So she was saying if a man has a baby mama and all that, he can't mess with her no more. He don't want her talking to the baby mama ever again. But if he has a baby with somebody else on the side, then it's cool. But I'm just pointing this out right here to show you how Kodak wasn't present. He was on his phone the whole time while everybody was in the conversation.
He has a child, then I don't mind like still fucking with him as long as I know that he does not fuck with his baby moms, because they always double back. Yeah, is what I've seen. Mm-hmm. But as far as like,
he's on his phone like that, and then the worst thing about that whole situation is when Myron was trying to make his little silly points about, how many guys are having sex? 20%.
Nah.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I'm good off of that. Like, if you love the next bitch enough to, like, nut in her and start a family with her, keep that.
Yeah, it's, like, very disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. And then you, last but not least?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm recently in a separation. I got married and all, but I don't.
Kodak Black was over there just talking on there. He was having a full-time FaceTime conversation, talking about some, you trying to come over and get some head tonight, what you gonna do? All this, ooh, woo. Like you could hear like on maybe 3 separate occasions, Myron was trying to make a point, and Kodak Black's in the background talking and having a full conversation, even taking pictures of the ferret with the girl or whoever it was he was talking to. And that was crazy, man. And I'm pretty sure Myron was scared to say something because Kodak Black's little goon squad and everything like that, because Kodak Black also brought like an entourage of random like 10 stinky niggas in there, man. They all look stinky, man. They hood guys and all that kind of stuff. And you know how hood guys and trap house guys, they just get up, they'll not take a shower, not take a bath or nothing. They just put on a new pair of clothes and be running around. Oh, I stink. So I bet you the whole podcast probably smelled like booty and weed, man. That's a terrible mixture right there, man. But yeah, there were several different points of the podcast where I felt like he should have probably, he should have Frank castled Kodak And I think that would have made for a better show, man. That would have got them catapulted him, man. And he's gonna probably be some folks like, yeah, he can't do that. That his house. Kodak done gone. Well, why are you having a podcast at your house, bro? Come on, man. You gotta be a little bit smarter than that, man. Had you not been having a podcast at your house, you could kind of do whatever the hell you wanted to do. We still don't know where the hell Fresh lives at. Fresh could be downstairs living in a box somewhere, living in the back of the apartments, living in the dumpster. We don't know. But yeah, that was just very telling right there, man. And Kodak Black is an example of, to me, a guy who is a high value man, only because he's got money and everything like that. Like Kodak Black, he hasn't really worked on himself in any other kind of way. Like his social skills suck. He seems like he's like off a little morally. He seems a little retarded to me, quite frankly, man. He might not be, but he acts like it at least, man. So I don't know. If you're one of them guys that's out here, you know, you're planning on getting yourself up, man. You're working on yourself, man. Make sure you're working on all different parts of being high value, not just the money aspect. Because I think that's where a lot of us fall out here in the black community. Like, we're looking at it like, yeah, I just need to have money and I'm the man. Like, nah, bro, you can still be lame as hell with money and be a beta bitch with money, man. So make sure that you're, you're working on yourself, mentally, physically, I guess emotionally too, because you can still be an emotional beta male with your money and everything. Not just financially, man. So, just do all that stuff to be the ultimate high value man. But so I forgot to talk about this point right here, but the panel of girls were idiots, man. All these girls were falling right into the talking points that Myron and all these different manosphere guys have of hypergamy and clout privilege and all that kind of stuff, man. And what I want to say once again, man, these are not an accurate representation of all the girls. It's just a representation of a certain particular type of girl. All these girls that's in Miami are idiots and party girls and dick riders, man. And as you can see when we watch this clip, all these girls are saying some really outlandish shit that they wouldn't say to any regular guy. So just check it out and see what you think.
If you had a chance to get with Kodak, how far would you take it to get to Kodak? Like, for example, what would you do just to get like his attention?
I've been a very big Kodak fan for a long time, and at this point,
you got a tattoo Sniper Gang on your ass.
First tattoo will be SG and then a big Z beside it. I think when you've been a fan of someone for a long time, you eventually disconnect from wanting to hook up with them to just wanting to not even just meet them, but it's this is cool. I don't know what
Cap.
Where's the cap at? Because I still want to fuck him, and I've been liking him since I was 14.
Slow Jams, what about you?
I would show Kodak my song Magic. I'll show him the video and then see what he think about that.
Okay.
I'm saying in detail what I want and how I want it.
Wait. You for me?
Man, he was talking dumb as hell, so I'll say it for him, man. Basically, he was asking them what they suck on Caillou dick, and that's the little retarded thing that he got right there. It was just a funny question, man. What y'all think about that?
That's bestiality. It's white bitches on here, but we not that white.
If you had to fuck two of Kodak's niggas, Sniper Gang niggas before you get to Kodak, you do?
That's
the only way. You gotta fuck two of them niggas.
What'd you do it?
The Sniper Gang, they right there on the couch.
That's what we were talking about downstairs. I was like, listen, the only way y'all are training me is if Kodak joined too. I swear, ask him I said it.
Yeah, man, it's just basically what I took away from the podcast was that Myron, he'll only buck on people that he thinks he can get over on, man. And this really showed it to me. And I just think that that's stupid, and it definitely shows you that Myron is fake and he's not who he says he is. Like, y'all running around like Myron's the ultimate alpha male. No, he's not, bro. Shut the hell up, man. You're dumb as hell and you're probably a kid. Or you're probably a duck who hasn't really had any real experience in life, man. Like, Myron should have kicked him out. He should have told him this. He should have said that. At the very least, Myron should have had some ground rules. He should have been like, hey, man, yeah, man, I know you probably like to smoke and everything like that, but please don't smoke in my house. And Kodak Black could have not smoked for an hour, because that's as long as a podcast was, like an hour. Anybody that smokes weed, I'm pretty sure you don't smoke every hour of the day. You might want to, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't, and you can go an hour without smoking. So he could have did that. He could have been like, hey, man, You know, cause you. I mean, he can probably keep his phone, but cause you at least put it down, be a little bit more present. That's why we have you on the show. We don't want you to be talking about, yeah, come get your head around 12. Come let me bust you open around 12. Like, we don't want to see that. The rat needs to stay over there with the goons, bro. The rat needs to stay over there with the goons. I'm not liking it. And yeah, man, Kodak Black just basically he pumped Myron out. He pumped Myron out of house and home, man. His own business, man. And it's not like him getting into it with Kodak would have crushed his business, like, because I feel like it would have made it better. But it just shows that Myron's scared and he only will buck on people that he thinks he can get over on. And I just think that that's lame as hell. Like, you know, you see him feeling like he's a little bit better than Fresh, feeling like he's a little bit better than the other Chris guy, feeling like he's a little bit better than the other fat guy that be behind the computers and all that kind of stuff, man. I just think that's silly as hell, man. So yeah, I don't know. What did you guys think about the podcast? Did you think that Myron was in control? Did you think it was just a good interview? Did you think that Kodak was a good guest? How would you have handled the whole situation? Let me know all that down in the comments below, man. If you watched it up to this point, man, I appreciate you. I just wanted to just talk about it and see what everybody thought. To see that everybody see the same things that I see that everybody think the same thing that I might have thought, man. If you thought something different, comment that down, man. Yeah, I'd like to hear what everybody has to say. But yeah, y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time.